Just waiting to see if this has gone live. It takes a few minutes. I hate getting cut off in the beginning for those who are watching later. If there is a pause, silence, just wait. It says you're live, but truly doesn't go live right away. There's a little bit of a delay. Welcome to the class war, to the struggle. It's a fascinating news story today. And if you're about freedom, if you stand for freedom, if you believe this is the land of the free, this news story might affect you. Whether or not you partake in this particular vice, whether or not, I don't like when people have a preferential treatment to what freedoms they should allow. I think it's hypocritical. I think if you want to be free, then you should just want freedom for all. Whatever you want to be, whoever you want to marry, whatever you want to do, land of the free should just be that. The freedom to do so. And this is a weird one. Welcome to the live, welcome to the class war, welcome to the struggle. It's a crazy news story. It's popping up. Probably going to hear about it nationally soon. They're saying it's a trend-setting news story. They're saying this court ruling could open up the gates. Oh no, can I not read? Oh man, I'm so angry. I had all these stories lined up that I wanted to read, and I don't think I can go live. And I thought the iPhone made like your screen a little bit smaller so you could read stuff, but I'll go off memory. I don't have my notes because I'm exhausted. Just got off work. So anyways, welcome to the class war, welcome to the struggle. We're going to talk about the outlawing of cigarettes, which is crazy in the land of the free. Absolutely nuts. So welcome if you just joined in. Welcome to the class war. Welcome to the struggle. Hit subscribe, free for you. Means the world to me. I go live every weekday. I can't promise a time. So if you hit the notification bell, you'll get alerted when I go live. Now, for those of you who maybe not in Massachusetts, you might not hear about this yet. I guarantee you this story is going to go national. There's no way it's not. This is the first of its kind in America, I believe. I know New Zealand banned cigarettes, the sale of cigarettes for people under or that were born in 2008 or 2014. Can't purchase cigarettes anymore. They're just trying to eradicate it. But again, I don't think New Zealand's motto is land of the free. So I get it, you know. Their motto is what? Funniest accent on earth? I think out of top accents that are funny, New Zealand number 1, maybe Masshole number 3. Who would be number 2? British, New Zealand, Thai. I think New Zealand's accent, like Taika Waititi, Flight of the Conchords, Cats, Rice Darby, those are the funniest people on earth, and I think a lot of it has to do with their accent. They can almost say whatever, and it would just be funnier. Their cadence too. Everything's almost a question. But New Zealand has banned tobacco products and the such and the like for anybody that's, you know, born after 2000. Let's just say that. Because again, I can't read my notes. Canadian or Minnesota, no, not even close to the funniest. And you know, John Candy, probably the funniest Canadian in the history of the world. He didn't really have a Canadian accent. He just had that like generic accent. And I mean like not funny sounding. I mean like comedy. Like it has the cadence and the accent itself holds a comedic style. New Zealand, UK, American, Masshole. Yeah, I think that's it. Women, Masshole women, girls with a Boston accent, or at least some of the girls I know. Funniest on earth. All right, so cigarettes have been outlawed in Massachusetts in a town called Brookline, right next to Boston. It's almost Boston proper. It butts Boston. It's technically where my college was. Hoity-toity little town, very wealthy. And the Massachusetts Supreme Court just upheld a ban. Brookline had banned the sale of cigarettes to anyone born in the 21st century. That sounds nuts. So anyone born on or after January 1st, 2000 is not allowed to buy cigarettes. Not like had to wait till 18, had to wait till 21, like not allowed to buy them at all in this town. And convenience stores took it to court. The courts pushed it up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled with the town they were allowed to ban it. For those who don't know, before that happened, our former governor, POS Charlie Baker, who that douchebag had our hazard pay for the pandemic go for about 3 months. And then even though nurses like my wife were still working COVID units, the hazard pay ended, and he just declared, you know, what was that victory sign behind George Bush? Mission completed. He basically held that conference. Big mission completed banner behind him. It was passed in 2018. Yeah, it was passed in 2018, but it referred to people born in the I was born in the 21st century. Bruce Springsteen should do a song about this. The rules for cannabis remain the same. Well, that's the thing. Cannabis is legal recreational here, so you can just buy it. Which finally, like, we've come so far. It's so crazy to me, right? I bought this pack just because I legally could. I couldn't effing believe it. It's hemp cigarettes. And I just bought it because it's like, God, I actually bought it to send a picture to my best friend, who we grew up going to jail many times for cannabis. Like many times, like ruined by high school, probation, curfew, all court ordered, drug tests, jail. My buddy, it rearranged his life, his destiny because of cannabis and crimes related to the drug war. So I was at the store and they had a pack of hemp cigarettes, and I took a picture. I said, could you imagine? I was like, our lives would be so different, so freaking different. He's like, kids these days will never understand what we had to go through just for some bud, just for some medicine. Jesus. Clinically proven. 20 out of 10 doctors prove that cannabis is a medicine. For all those who are in a Bible Belt state, who make comments on my videos like, "Wah, I can't do drugs in that state," and I'm like, it's not a drug. It's a drug like Advil. It's even safer than Advil. You take a bunch of Advil, you have a lot of adverse health effects. Cannabis, nope. So anyways, Brookline outlaws cigarettes for anyone born in the 21st century. Irony much? How do you claim to be the cradle of liberty, right? That's what Massachusetts claims to be. The cradle of liberty, the sons of liberty here. The birth of a nation which claims to be the land of the free, but they outlaw cigarettes? It's nuts. That's nuts. Listen, I don't smoke cigarettes. And even when I did, like, that should be irrelevant, irregardless of where you stand on smoking. Like, if you believe America should be the land of the free, why would they take that away from people? And I'm not pro big tobacco. I'm really not. I mean, the fact that they paid doctors and Fred Flintstone to convince you that cigarettes were, like, good for your throat is disgusting. But it's really infuriating that we claim to be this free nation, the freest nation, and they've outlawed cigarettes in Brookline. And the news story on Boston Fox 25, I will link it in the description so you can read it for yourself. Talks about how Charlie Baker kind of set the stage for this when he made the tobacco age 18 to 21. And they also reference a law that I forget when it went into effect. It was when I was younger, I think. But they used to have cigarette vending machines here. In fact, that's how I used to buy cigarettes. You go to a bar and you just had cash on you, and you go to the vending machine and put the cash in, and you pull the little trigger, you pull the little like pinball thing, and the cigarettes will fall down. You just, like, if you've ever seen a lotto vending machine, well, now they're all digital, but back in the day, you could go, there was this pizza place that's still around, I won't say the name, but there was a pizza place with 2 cigarette vending machines where you walked in, and there were a bunch of bars that if you walked in the front door, you know, and if you did it during the daytime, there was no bouncers, and some of these bars were like local neighborhood bars, so you could just walk in. And we would walk in, when I was in a band, we would have band practice, we'd walk over to this bar, whoever had the cash together, I remember it was $2.50. I remember when it went up from $2.25 to $2.50 for a pack of smokes, and you would put the money in the machine, pull the little pinball lever, and they would drop down. And that got outlawed in Massachusetts. Apparently they were on to us. They knew that minors were buying at the vending machines that needed no ID. Occasionally the bartender would be like, hey, I need to see your ID. And as long as you got the cigarettes fast enough and got out of there, you were good. So they banned that. And somehow the Supreme Court like referenced that as precedent to be able to outlaw cigarettes for anyone born in the 21st century, which is just a stupid rule. It's like how I say the live free or die state of New Hampshire, their motto is live free or die, but if you bring cannabis across the border to New Hampshire, you're going to jail. The amount of cannabis needs to be larger than, you know, a little bit. You're going to prison. And when people give me a hard time about that, and they go, oh, you can't do your drugs in that state, I go, well, listen, their motto is live free or die. Every surrounding state that borders New Hampshire, including the country of Canada, has legalized cannabis. They're the only ones. And I just think there's a deep irony there that their motto is live free or die, but you can't have cannabis. You're an adult in every other state, a recreational adult in every other state for cannabis, but once you cross that border into the live free or die state, you're a criminal. It makes no sense to me. I think it's hypocritical. But I love the irony. It's delicious. Okay. So they outlawed cigarettes in Brooklyn, and they're saying this could open up the doors. This court ruling by the Massachusetts Supreme Court could open up the doors for other towns, other counties, other states to kind of replicate what these laws have done. And it's really frustrating because for me, you know, the state drink in Massachusetts is alcohol. And when you look at the numbers, right? I guess when I was looking it up, it says the cost of tobacco in our society, in America, is about $300 billion a year. And they reference after like health issues, which is obviously the biggest chunk of money, which if we just had a different healthcare system, it might not cost that much. But after they reference health issues with tobacco, the second leading cost involved in the $300 billion for tobacco use was productivity, which is weird, which makes me think that corporations really can support people getting rid of tobacco because they don't want their workers going on smoke breaks, right? That is the second leading cost involved in tobacco. Whereas to alcohol, and this is what I don't understand, alcohol is $249 billion cost a year. And outside of the health issues, which is always the largest, it does talk about productivity, but it's not even close to like injuries, car crashes, and also what was the last one? Is injuries, car crash, and criminal justice system. There we go. Nobody's smoking a pack of cigarettes and then, you know, driving, crashing into somebody else. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. I've never seen somebody smoke a couple cigarettes and then swerve through 6 lanes of traffic. Never seen somebody smoke a pack of cigarettes and then fall asleep and hit a telephone pole. Never seen somebody smoke a pack of cigarettes and then go get in a fist fight because they had too many cigarettes. Never seen anybody smoke a pack of cigarettes and then end up, you know, abusing their family or whatever, you know, any of that kind of, any of the DV stuff. Flower decoration, hi, hello, hi. The war on drugs has been reintroduced, Ample thought. It has, and now it's against tobacco. And I think it's led by these corporations, because if health effects are the number one leading cost in tobacco, and the second leading cost is productivity, meaning workers taking smoke breaks, going outside, hanging, ripping a butt for 20 minutes and then coming back. Corporations want to get rid of that. Hi, Flower Decoration. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Whereas alcohol, and this is all I'm saying, man, I don't think we should ban any of it. I don't think America could call themselves the land of the free if they're outlawing tobacco, especially if they're leaving alcohol alone. I mean, I know they want people dumbed down and drunked up, so they're not, it's a good distraction for people. But again, I've never seen anybody smoke cigarettes. I've never seen a court case be like, well, he crashed into that family of 4 because he had had too many cigarettes. Never heard of that in my life. Just don't think it's ever happened. Whereas with alcohol, that happens quite often. And on any major holiday, what do people say? Wear your seatbelt, don't drive late at night. Because people get reckless after alcohol. And alcohol's costs were almost as much as tobacco's cost. Tobacco is $300 billion. Alcohol is $249 billion. And there was more criminal justice system involved, more, injuries involved, more health effects, more innocent bystanders, more victims of alcohol abuse. And you won't see Massachusetts banning that because the state drink to dull themselves to the pain of the rising costs and corporate takeover is alcohol. I mean, that's what Budweiser should just do for commercials. You should be like, you can't afford food anymore? Has the rent gone too high? Are you living in a box down by the river? Drink Bud. It's infuriating. And it's hypocritical of this country to outlaw something that you just used to be considered an adult. Coming of age, turn 18, get a pack of smokes, get a lottery ticket, and you'll be on your way. Right after you voted for one of the corporate duopolies. One of the blue or red, both class war against the working class people. Just remember that, folks. Right or left, both wings of the same bird. That's why this is the class war. Hey, Flower Decoration, make sure you hit subscribe. Flower Decoration, I like your YouTube name. Do you do flower decorations on YouTube? I'm very curious what your channel is about. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit that like button, and because I go live 5 days a week, weekdays, and I give you my word on that. That is my word. I cannot promise what time I'll go live, so I say please hit the notification bell. That way when I do go live and I bring you information on the class war, educate on the class war and the struggle, or just try to entertain, you'll get notified. So if you hit that notification bell, you will get notified when I go live. Sometimes it's when I get out of work, like today. But that's hard. I'll tell you what, I am exhausted and work saps the life out of you. That's why they don't want to pay us more. That's why they don't want paid time off. That's why they don't want, sick days and guaranteed vacation time. They want us just almost completely lifeless. They want to sap our soul force from us so we can only go home, make something small to eat. And if the corporations had their way, just overpriced cereal, like if you saw the Kellogg CEO said, if dinner's too expensive, just eat cereal for dinner. Because, yeah, that's the American dream, you asshole. Sorry, don't mean to curse. Don't mean to curse. There's a long delay. There is a long delay. So very sorry, Flower Decoration. Again, if you're still here, leave in the comments what your YouTube channel is. Do you decorate everything with flowers? I don't know if you've seen Portlandia. Very funny show. Everyone should watch it. Probably one of my favorite shows. Definitely in the top 5. But if you watch Portlandia, they have a sketch in it where there's a boutique shop in Portland done by Fred and Kerry, the creators and main stars of the show. And their whole boutique is they put birds on stuff. And your name, Flower Decoration, reminded me of that. Because their whole shop is like, we'll put a bird on it. They're like, you got a lamp? We'll put a bird on it. And they just paint a bird on everything or stick a bird sticker on everything. And it's hilarious. It is so funny. Portlandia is one of the greatest shows. Fred Armisen. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant comedy. And if you learn his story, he was in a bunch of bands, like punk bands. And like comedy wasn't even like, he wasn't planning to go into comedy. The way he stumbled into it is just a brilliant story for a different day. But if you don't know it, look into it. Very funny, and he has that quirky comedy down. He's one of the dudes, like the New Zealand accent, where it's like he's just being him, and it's quirky comedy gold. Just like New Zealanders, they can just say something, and I think it's hilarious. Love that accent. So anyways, so this is just dangerous. I encourage everybody that believes in freedom, likes to say America, land of the free. I say, what's free? And I also say, is it really free if they're banning things that used to just be an adult to purchase? Like, where do you draw the line? If you're like, who cares? I hate smoking, right? Even if you hate smoking, like I hate drinking. I think drinking destroys families. I think drinking wrecks relationships. I think drinking kills people. I know drinking kills people. Killed my uncle drunk driving. So it results in many deaths, just like cigarettes, right? But I'm not like, I wouldn't be celebrating if they banned it. I would think there's a deep irony in this country calling itself the land of the free and then outlawing things that used to just be, you had to be an adult to purchase. It's weird. It's really disturbing that this is like the trend, that this is where they're going, that this is what they're focused on. Especially when there's like way bigger fish to fry. Like, if we're gonna ban anything, let's ban corporations from bribing our government and calling it lobbying. If we're gonna ban anything, let's ban Congress from trading stocks. Congress and their family. Like, we have so many better things, more important things. Let's ban price gouging by Amazon and Walmart and Target and the collective 5 grocery stores that own every grocery store in America. Like, let's ban that. Let's raise the minimum wage, which federally has not been raised since 2009. 25 years. Jesus. I mean, there's so many things that we could focus our court's energy on, and no, they're outlawing cigarettes in Brookline, Massachusetts. You're welcome. You're welcome, America. This is the land of the not free. That should be on our license plate. Ample thought. St. Patty's Day dropkick shows kill people. Nah, man, dropkicks are good, folks. I love dropkicks. I've met quite a few of them. Know a couple of them. Amazing show. Hopefully, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, people drink there. Hopefully, they don't get out of line. But St. Patty's Day in Boston, you just gotta expect a fist fight or, broken bottles, whatever. Just wear green. That's all. You'll be fine. All right. So we went over the cost of alcohol and tobacco, roughly both $300 billion. But tobacco, again, it bugs me so bad that it's like nobody had a cigarette and then went and got in a fist fight with a stranger. Nobody's done that. But people have gotten drunk and done that. Ruined lives. End up in jail, court cases, all this stuff. Oh, maybe that's why the court ruled against tobacco, and they love alcohol because they know it keeps them in business. They're like, we can't outlaw we can't outlaw alcohol. What are we going to do for 364 days of the year? Those are the good court cases that keep coming in here. We got to keep ourselves churning out prisoners for our buddies in the for-profit prison system. The other thing that's really bugging me is like, it's in the 20s when I wake up, and then by the time I get out of work, it's 53 degrees. Can we just not have it freezing at night, please? It was snowing the other night, and then the next day it was like 50 degrees. Irritating. All right, I gotta go in a minute. It's getting late, and I'm so exhausted. Please hit subscribe, and if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Even to the people who are trolling me, like the kid yesterday leaving comments saying, I love the people that take the easiest way out. Kid in the comments yesterday said, I'm going to critique your criticism. You're jealous. Well, essentially it was like, stop complaining about Mr. Beast's success. Like, that's not a critique of my criticism. It's just not. My criticism was his ideas are lazy and recycled. Address that. But I want to thank that kid for watching the video and leaving a comment. That meant a lot to me. And I responded to his comment. I didn't say thank you for that, so that's why I'm doing it now. And to everybody else who has subscribed, there's a lot more of us, and I thank you. Everybody needs to be informed of the class war, because even stuff as simple as this, stripping our freedoms, whether or not you want to smoke, that ain't up to me. But what I will fight for is your right to choose to or not. I hope you choose wisely, like that old crusader said in the Pepsi commercial, ripped off from Indiana Jones. Choose wisely. But it's just frustrating. The land of the free keeps outlawing stuff. At least we're going in the right direction with cannabis and hopefully mushrooms soon. There's studies on the PTSD and mushrooms and MDMA, especially with the vets and stuff. Like, we knew this when we were in high school. When we were taking this, we were like, this is some good medicine. And now the world's finally catching up. So anyways, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Always try to bring you something on the class war, something interesting, hopefully something entertaining. And if you disagree, please leave it in the comments. Like the kid who's trolling me or angry that I critique. There are just people that don't like when you critique Mr. Beast. And I don't like that. I don't like when we hold people up and make them untouchable. I think everybody should be able to be critiqued. It's okay. I said there was no ill will, no ill intent. I just, I think it's a recycled, lazy video he's doing. Multiple times a month. Like, too often for being the biggest YouTuber out there. Nobody else got an idea in your camp? Jesus. I'd be disappointed, because Mr. Beast ain't releasing those videos going, this is a banger. We did 7 days on an abandoned island, just like we did 7 days on an island, just like we did 7 days in a locked in a room, just like we did 7 days in a jail, just like we did, like he does that all the time. YouTube has really become, what the trending page on YouTube is become the World Guinness Book, Guinness Book of World Records. Holy crap. If anybody remembers what that is. It's a bunch of obscure records that some outside for-profit company comes and measures if you did it correctly. But essentially, that's what YouTube is. It's just everybody, like yesterday, it was like, I built the biggest wall in Minecraft. I, made the biggest slip and slide there ever was. I got shot with the biggest squirt gun, biggest super sword. It's like everything is just from the Guinness Book of World Records. That's what I should do. I should just get one of those books and make a video on everything that's in there. And I should be trending every time. Because that's all it is. Next Mr. Beast video, he's going to grow his fingernails out to beat the record. World's longest fingernails. It's going to be an epic video. That's all. Like, listen, I think Mr. Beast has some good intents. I think he's a young kid. And I'm just, I'm trying to make him rise to the occasion. I thought that's what he, in all his interviews. Keen Golding. People are fake, energy don't lie. I don't know what that is referring to. Sorry. There's a delay, and I'm confused. My apologies. I was going on a rant. The Mr. Beast stuff. I don't like the people who just continually defend him and don't give me any, reason behind, what's your reason that you think I'm jealous? Because I'm not jealous. I'm really not jealous of doing a $1 versus $10,000 commercial video for my new chocolate bar. I could give a shit less. I am jealous of what I said yesterday. Rusty Cage's video about his guillotine, however you pronounce it. I'm jealous of Rusty Cage. That dude is an amazing musician, amazing artist, amazing woodsmith, woodworker, carpenter, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that dude is a quadruple threat. I'm jealous of Rusty Cage. I'll tell you right there. Mr. Beast, not so much. Have you seen his past couple of trending videos? I'm 100% not jealous of that content. And that's what I was getting at. Does he release that and go, this is a banger? No, he doesn't. People envy people who are gifted. Yeah. Well, I mean, envy is also a weird word. When Bo Burnham dropped Inside, it wasn't so much, I guess it was kind of envy, but it was also wow, he is at the top. I envied the creativity, the thought process, the creativity to come up with some of that stuff. And I am a threat. I believe it. But with Mr. Beast, it's like, man, I just, like that kid was trying to say, I was just jealous of his success, and it's not. I think he's doing lazy content, and I don't understand how he keeps getting on the trending page. And genuinely, like, I genuinely don't understand with the recycled videos he keeps doing. No new ideas, he just keeps switching out, like, you know, the content within the idea. So $1 versus, he did a $1 versus $1 million car, $1 versus a $10,000 commercial. It's just the same thing, just changing what it's about. And I think that's really lazy for having them, like, that's what I'm jealous of. Like, he has a team that can come up. It's not even like the money or anything like that. It's like, I would love to sit and work with a team of creatives. That, in my career in radio, that was the most thrilling thing, to hear the input, to be in a room surrounded by creative people. That is awesome. I tell fake supporters that I don't need their help. Yeah, listen, you know, I've always said that, like my subscribers on here. I'm so blessed to have people that are authentic, whether, you know, they agree with me or not. I'd rather have people voice dissent, so, you know, there's a true conversation going, than just having a bunch of yes men. And there are YouTubers who only want yes men. They don't want to hear any critiques. They won't stand it. They block people on Twitter. They don't want anything criticizing them, where I think that's poisonous, and I don't think you rise to your best level if you don't have that. And that's how I worked in radio too. I was very, you know, honest. Like, I'll tell you if I don't like something. Maybe too honest with it. People don't like that sometimes. But you got to, because if you just say yes to everything, then your yes eventually means nothing. So anyways, let's get way off topic. They come with ulterior motives most of the time. Yeah, you know what? And that's the thing, you know, people are people. We're all fallen. We're all fallible. Nobody's perfect. We're just trying to do our best out here. So if you could subscribe, because I'm trying to do my best. I'm not trying to do my breast. I'm trying to do my best, bringing you content 5 days a week, different information. This one was shocking. They outlawed cigarettes in Brookline, Massachusetts. If you were born January 1st or after, January 1st, 2000 or after, if you were born in the 21st century in Brookline, Massachusetts, never in your life will you buy a tobacco product. That's crazy to me. We're not the land of the free. Brookline is not the land of the free. You can still buy alcohol, though, which is nuts. Absolutely bonkers. All right, so to all the subscribers, to all the new subscribers, thank you so much. We got to come up with a name for the subscribers. I haven't been able to be creative enough to think of one, so if you have an idea, leave it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I'm doing my best to bring you interesting, fascinating, entertaining information all the time, and always keeping you informed on the class war. It's not left versus right, it's up versus down. And us working class people, we gotta stick together. It's so important. Solidarity, workers of the world unite. And if you're struggling right now, my heart goes out to you. Send some good energy to you. May, like DMX says, may you have a breakthrough. I love DMX's prayers on his CDs. Listen to The Year of the Dog again. The Prayer, the track called The Prayer. Absolutely amazing. Go check out Rusty Cage's video, Guillotine Part 4, The End of the Guillotine. And I thank you. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope that whatever you're working towards turns out all right. I hope you have a breakthrough. I really do, because I'm busting my hump, going to work all day, and then I'm just trying to do this YouTube thing. So if you have subscribed, genuinely, I'm kind of at a loss for words for the people that subscribe, because it means so much to me. But let me just say, I thank you. It really means the world to me, because I'm trying to do this. And who knows, maybe in a year from now, I'll be in a dope studio with the lights behind me and a computer where I can bring up the articles. I mean, that's my dream. And I know everybody's got to start somewhere. So if you're getting in on the bottom floor, if you're investing and you're ready to go to the moon with this YouTube channel, I thank you. It truly means a lot to me. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you 5 days a week, every weekday, all right? Pop Smoke was a good artist. Thank you for that. I'll check out Pop Smoke. I don't know Pop Smoke. Remember, I'm old. I know Tupac, DMX. But thanks for everybody in the chat. Shout out to people in the chat. Check out their YouTube channels. Always like to promote the other people that are supporting me. So please go check out the other YouTubers. And I gotta go. I gotta peace out.